ticks and it starts to crash, while it's thinner than a broken glass. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child, picking up fights like a trader around, praying profits ain't reviled. A puzzle complex, trading daily, keeping us perplexed, riding waves like future specs. Gotta calm down, no pretext. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child. Shares in a flash, high hopes in a mighty dash. Stock ticks and it starts to crash, while it's thinner than a broken glass. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child, picking up fights like reviled. Charts like a puzzle complex, trading daily, keeping us perplexed, riding waves like future specs. Gotta calm down, no pretext. Market moves got me feeling
Schlossberg, Managing Director at BK Asset Management.
BK Asset Management's Kathy Lean.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is visible. Looks good to me on the screen. Good morning, Bob. Hi, everybody. We're ready to rock and roll. Starting a little bit early. I wanted to kind of start with my Trade Zeller results so you guys can get to see exactly what's been going on with the plan. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Let me just let everybody know what's going on over here. Do I have a GC short sell? Let's go to the GC short sell. Let's see if we got any targets here. Short sell. Okay, we'll watch this trade. We'll watch this trade for a sec. Letting everybody know, today I am trading micros only. And the reason why is because I have a big webinar after this. I needed to really focus on that webinar. I didn't want to be distracted. And this is a very, very, very good tip for anybody who wants to day trade with us on a daily basis. If there is a big project in front of you, if you're really not, intellectually and emotionally focused on trading that day, don't trade your size. Trade your 10. If you want to still participate in the market, trade a tenth of your size, because nothing will sabotage you more than having your focus elsewhere when you're trading. Remember, trading is very similar to being in an ER room. Your focus needs to be there. And if your focus isn't going to be there for whatever reason, you got work, you got a project, you got family issues, take your focus off. Trade a tenth of your size, so even your worst mistakes won't have any impact. It's a really, really, really good trick. Today, we're gonna trade every single thing that gives us a signal, but I'm just gonna do it on a micro basis because I don't have a time to repair it afterwards, and I really don't want to be watching the accounts. Having said this, though, let me show you where we're at. Oh, what happened? My trade zeller was just there. Hold on a second. Where? Really? Okay, cool. All right. So, it just updated my account. You can see I've been trading nothing today. So I wanted to, everybody's, coming into the room here. I'll show this to you guys again. But you see the green here? This green is a result of this plan. This is my plan. This is all I do. This is my plan for basically having a very easy methodology to get funded within about a week's worth of time if you devote full 15 hours worth of trade during the week. But the plan is super, super simple. We execute our algo, we execute our indicator only on the signals. We make sure that all the execution rules are followed. The big principal idea behind the kind of trading I do is very small targets, large stops, high win rate. That's it. There's nothing else that you want to focus on. And these results that you guys are seeing that I just showed you, let me show you the results again. Why is this? So I got to remove this, add to stage. Okay, remove add. I didn't realize I had to do this. These results, as part of my plan, are not even like a result of good execution. It's just that I followed my plan, but there was lots and lots of bad execution, during this time. And there is obviously I could have had better results as a result of better execution. But the point is, it doesn't matter whether your execution is good or bad. The only thing that matters is that you follow your plan generally to spec, right? So as I said, target is about 1,000 a day. There are 2 or 3 days where I managed to do that, where I was really focused. Yesterday, by the way, it's a very good example. Yesterday, I took 4 $50,000 accounts. I ran the NASDAQ in one. I ran the S&Ps and gold in the other. And you can see the results. It was just, it was like taking candy from a baby. It was very, very easy to run that. And that's another really good thing that I recommend is if you're going to trade more than one instrument, get 4 or 5 accounts, separate your trading by instrument. Then, that's why it's very, very good to go with Apex right now, because they have this huge discount. So get like 4 or 5 accounts and then trade an account per instrument. That alone, just sort of like these basic tricks of the trade that have nothing to do with trading, actually will help you more with trading than any strategy I give you. I mean, obviously the strategy is great that I trade, but it doesn't, the strategy by itself never is going to make you money. What's going to make you money is separating your trades into, each separate instrument, or maybe, but I bunch up S&P and gold, and then I have one for trend, one for counter trend, if you want to do that. But this, doing this in 4 accounts, you can totally see that, what happened just yesterday, right over here. I have hold on a second, guys. I have a new toy. I have like this little annotator that I can do. You can see, $1,200 really without any effort. I like basically traded with you guys, then like an hour after that, and then I was busy the whole day, and I was shocked at how this that accumulated. And that's the power of having multiple accounts, making sure that they're all segregated by instrument, and doing the whole thing, right? You guys like my little wiggle thing? Okay, so we are 9:31. Trades are popping. I got no signal here. Let's see if we have any signals on the other side. No signals on the S&P, no signals. Just a yellow signal, which obviously we ignore on gold. We'll flip around back and forth here, see what's going on here. Once we get a signal, we'll try to take it. But those are kind of the basic principles that are so useful. I mean, my attempt here with you guys is not to is to give you as much practical advice as possible. Not like the bullshit of like, oh, I made $1,000 on my fake 20 trade copier accounts where I never show you anything that I do. So what I find very useful is segregating the accounts by instruments. So trading S&P in one, trading gold in one, trading this. Does a lot of things. First of all, if you get in trouble with one, you make a bad trade or the market really goes against you, it's in one account. You're not going to pollute your performance, because the easiest way to pollute your performance is to be running everything in one account and have something bad go on, and then you try to repair that bad thing, and repairing that bad thing just puts you into a complete tilt. I mean, how many times, and this is going to be the first poll of the day. Let's see how many of you have done that. Hey, Roberta, how are you? Let me see if I'm going to put this poll, first poll of the day. Have you ever tried to repair a trade only to blow the account? And then, if you answered yes to this, oops. Okay. If you answered yes to this poll question, this first poll question of the day, tell me how many times has that happened to you? Because I'm really curious. Okay, so what do I have? Do I have where are my signals? Where's all my signals? I don't see any. Oh, they're all popping up over here. GC trend short, gold short over here. Okay, the only signal I have is gold short, $138 on the counter. Everything is going to go through this one account. Oh, look at this. Nothing. What is going on here? Oh no, everything's going to go through this account, right? And we will, I'll let you know how that trades out. So unfortunately, I can only do one trading view screen per account. So, we'll leave it as is. Anil says once. What platform are we using in the USA? We're using TradeEvade. We're using Apex. My friends from Apex. Here's the link for Apex. And I suggest you use their TradeEvade account, not their Ninja Trader account, because this is much easier. It's all web based. It's a super simple platform to use. Definitely easier. 42 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if this gold trade holds or gold signal holds. 25 seconds left on the clock. George says, I don't think you have fingers on both hands. How many times I try to recover fast, only to blow the account? Yeah, I think if you trade it for real, the answer to that is unequivocally yes. And the answer to the amount of times is probably more than 3 if you really trade it. If you're a bullshit trader. Okay, sorry, gold. Let's get serious. What just happened here? Wait. What did I just do? There's no order filled. Am I in any trade? What the fuck am I in? Hold on, sorry guys. Let's just sell this right now. First of all, I sold the gold, right? Gonna go in here. What's going on here? Ah, shit! I'm in the wrong count. I'm sorry. God damn it. Okay. All right, that trade worked. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong count. I need to organize myself. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, here's the right account. I'm actually going to kill this trade of 8, so this way I don't have to worry about it. We're going to trade just one account. I'm going to trade just one account, and we're going to trade it. Hold on, just 1 second. Let me see if I can just use one screen with you guys. Okay, so this is the NQ view. Okay, I have a sell signal in NASDAQ right now. I'm going to use this one account. 27 seconds left on the clock. Trend sell signal. So the gold trade worked. I just got distracted by the thing. Gap and NQ filled, yes. NQ, breaking the 20,000 again, coming back down. 9 seconds left on this trade. 6, 7 seconds. Wait till the close for us to sell this. Sell, and now we're going to show this to you. And boom, boom. That's how fast it was. Order filled. In the money on that trade. And here's what I want to do. NQ2 view. I wonder if I can go to this. No, cancel. Save. Bear a second with me here, guys. Save. And then if I go to 4 view. Oh, perfect. Okay, I can go from one screen to the next, and I have to hop around. That means we can keep the account live over here. You guys can see just the small P&Ls that I'm going to do. All right, good. I'm actually learning how to do this correctly. So now we're going to go to NQs. So basically, we had the signal in NASDAQ. That signal hit. We had the signal in gold. That signal hit. And now we're just waiting for the next signal. Again, I'm only trading micros because I have just, as I said, I have a ton of stuff to do. So I didn't want to get myself into a big count. But as I showed you guys yesterday, just trading regular size 4 accounts, 4 $50,000 accounts. I'm gonna, I did 1, 2, right, across 4 accounts. At this pace, if I was just focused, it's completely reasonable to think that I could fund a 50 by the end of this, in a week, right? I mean, I did in one of these accounts, I did, here, I'll show you. One of these accounts, so this one is 50. You can see them all. They're all in order. 64 was 420. 65 was 385. And then this one was when I was focusing was around 700, right? So that's really like the one I was focusing on. If you run that account properly, that's 700 in a day, right? I need 3,000 to get funded. So 3,000 divided by 700. It's 4.2 days. Yeah, basically a week's worth of time, and you could get funded on this thing. So that's, I think, it's obviously an idealistic game plan, but it's a reasonable one if you use my game plan. This is my game plan that I use. Very, very simple. I'll leave it on here until we get a signal. If you guys want to get the full PDF of all the rules of all of this stuff, you can just hit this this join link and become a free member of BK. And the whole PDF, the brand new this version that I just made this morning, is posted right there in the announcements tab. A bit confused on how. Okay, let's go back to. Hang on, I'll show you how to TP hit. Oops. Okay, so let's go full screen and I'll show you, because let's go to settings, let's go to trading, let's go execution labels, okay, and let's go to the MNQ. Okay, so do you see this? Let me see. I wonder if I can get it bigger. Oh, you know, oh, I have even a better idea. Okay, so you guys can totally see this. Here we go. You see how this was a sell one at 19,954, and the buy was at 1949. Boom, boom, 5 points. You know, on a regular account, that's $100. You know, I'm just trading micros. Does that make sense to you, Anil? Well, who was it? Who was asking me? Who was confused? Yeah, Anil. Was that? Does that make sense? Do you see that? The sell was here off the signal, and the cover was here on here. It's all pre-formatted in my trading view. I have obviously templates, so I just hit the button, and it either hits my stop or hits my target. So obviously, you know, all of that is there to you know, give me time. Actually, I'll leave this over here. This is fine. We'll just leave the marks so you guys can actually see the history of the trades today. Since we're trading one account, it's relatively easy to see the history of the trades, and you know, we can go from there. All right, I don't see any signals here. I can switch around to this one if I need to, but no, nothing much going on. Everything is back down to lower trading. So, you know, let's see what's going on over here. I'll watch everything else. All right, how's everybody doing? Is everybody? Yeah, no, it's fine. That's why we trade live, and we all the resources are in the BK community. So for those of you who want to actually get the full rules of this, to get the idea of what the indicator does, how I use it for scalping, why scalping is my favorite strategy in the world, you know, how we do all that stuff, that's all there. The red line you see in the chart, what is that? The daily VWAP? No, my friend, that's nothing more complicated than the 200 period SMA. You know, I know my friend Austin loves to use the VWAP, but honestly, I don't give a shit. It's, as you can see, it's utterly immaterial to me. Oh, I know what I want to show you today. Here's what I want to show you today. I'm glad everybody is in the room now, so I can actually share this with you. Okay, hang on. Let me share this with you. This is kind of cool. All right, this is a chart that shows you if you have a group of 3 people, how many connections there are. If you have a group of 4 people, if you have a group of 5 people, right? And so on and so forth. I think like the it gets cut off there at the bottom, but I think like what is the something like 89 or 149 connections by the time you get to like 15 people, right? The point of this illustration is the more people you have in a group, the more complicated the lines of communication become, the more difficult it is to achieve anything, right? But looking at this, it instantly struck me at how incredibly applicable this was to the world of trading. Because if you think about trading, if you just swap the idea of people to the idea of parameters or idea of rules, right? So 3 rules, you got 3 connections in order to make a trade viable. 4 rules, you have to have like 6 connections. And so the more rules, if you have 10 rules in your strategy, you can have 45 possible combinations of how things could go wrong or right. And you know, I've been speaking to a lot of guys who create algorithmic strategies, and the successful guys. And one of the most fascinating things that you learn is that literally almost every one of those strategies is like one rule strategy. It's, buy on a 20-period breakout, buy on Friday if volume is this. Like, there are just no complicated if, buts, thens rules, because the more complicated the strategy is, the more parameters it has, the less robust it is. It means it's optimized for just that particular time, and it's not a generalist. We want to have as much of a generalist approach as possible when you're trading. So yellow triangles on NASDAQ, not a trade. This could have been, as I said to you, double yellow is actually a trade. I'm a little bit late, so I'm not going to take the trade. So remember, it's kind of going back to my rules. I didn't put all the rules inside of this thing, but they're inside the PDF. The basic rules are: you have a setup, you take the setup. You have a setup, you miss the setup, you don't take the setup. It doesn't matter, if you missed it even by like a couple of points, if we were over here, forget it. And the most inviolable rule, I do this all the time. I'll be honest with you, it's a really, really bad thing to do. So absolutely do as I say, not as I do. Don't ever take a setup that's already been resolved. What I mean by this is, let's go over here into the big chart. This thing closes at, so let's go back to my trusted thing. So this candle closes at, where is it? 1973, right? 1973. And then it goes up to 20,008. So obviously it makes, bank for 5 points. If you're already over here and it's already made profit, and you're like, oh, I still think there's more juice to go, and you start buying it after it's already made profit, guaranteed loss. Guaranteed loss. Yeah, that's Sweetwater says it's like a telephone game at camp where you start with one statement and share it to the next person in a circle. By the time it gets back around to the original setup, it is completely different. That's actually a very good analogy. So if you were to use one word versus, let's say, a big paragraph, the fidelity, the accuracy of that statement is going to be much more accurate, right? That's actually a very good analogy. Thanks for putting that up. What am I doing? I'm not sharing the wrong tab. What am I see myself. I see what I'm sharing on the screen. Okay, we're back to sharing my stuff. Yeah, I have. I had it on my. Oh, sorry. Maybe I didn't. Okay, sorry. Maybe you're right. You're right. So what I was saying. Sorry. Let me review this. Anil's right. So what I was saying is, if you're in this candle over here, right, and you miss the trade, and you're like, and the trade is over here, you're like, oh, it already made bank. It already made your profit over here. Don't ever go back and try to make that profit again. If you miss that trade and it's already made profit, that's like a double sin. Don't ever do that sin. That's what I was just trying to show you what not to do. All right, just trying to see what's going on in the space here. How is everybody's trading been going? Yeah, you don't get to see the Pine Script code, my friend. It's proprietary. That's why it's an invite-only code. But you're welcome to use it. I wrote the code. I'm not sharing it. So, but thanks for asking. So how was GFA says he was doing great. Tell me a little bit about your trading over the last day, because you've obviously been using a lot of these techniques a lot. So share with us, maybe your P&L. By the way, I said to you guys, how many of you are using TradeZella? God knows I'm not a shill for TradeZella. Like, I have no relationship with them whatsoever. And they're not cheap. Like, I'll be honest with you, it's $288 a year, right? You can do it for, I believe, $30 a month. $30 a month, or $288 a year. But if you think about this, I mean, if you're trading, I'm actually going to be talking about this in like for the newbies. If you're a new trader who's coming in right now to just learn how to trade, if you don't want to, there's only two things that I think are really worth investing into. TradingView, which is like $15 a month or like $188 a year. I think it's $188 a year for just, you want the essential platform. You don't need anything more than just the essential platform. And TradeZella, which makes life, trust me, very, very easy for you if you ever actually want to see what mistakes you're making, what trades you're doing. It integrates with literally every single software in the world. It's all web-based, super good. So all in, you're talking about $500 a year, or if you don't want to spend $500 a year because maybe this is something that is new to your journey, it's $50 a month, right? A max, I think it's $45 a month at its highest, like per month leak rate. I just, if you are at all interested in this subject matter, it's less than my haircut in New York City, which I get every 2 weeks. To spend that, for a couple of months, so that you actually have tools to help you, is a crime. Like, why are you even bothering to be interested in the subject matter if you aren't willing to do that? So that I'm just making those recommendations as good practices. So GFest says that he had a 92% rate. Yeah, yesterday was freaking awesome. I mean, it was great. I don't know if I don't even know how to do this on a day-to-day basis. This is just a monthly one, but yesterday for me clearly was a pretty good day because I did 1.2, and you did 18 trades. I did 27 trades yesterday, so really good. Good for you, man. Really, really great on how you did it. So yeah, so then my point is, absolutely use these tools. Have fun with them. They're useful. They're useful to do. So let's see what my poll says. Let's see what everybody polled out here. Everybody says that they've blown account trying to repair one single trade. So my follow-up question, please answer that question in comments. I'm really curious. How many times have you done that? George says he can't count on the fingers. Somebody said they've done it once. I've done it. If I was honest, I mean, do you want to hear my honest answer? Or do you want to hear my bullshit answer? Would be 3. My honest answer probably would be like 10, easily 10 times done that. GFA says he's done 2. Fabio says then 3 losses in a row. On the second was going with the 5 contracts, so still in red. Okay, so 3 losses in a row off of the same instrument using rules that were supposed to be used, because there was no second trade failure yesterday in anything that I was doing. But maybe you caught a bad bump. What product were you trading? Just tell us specifically, because generality doesn't help us. Tell us specifically where you got tripped, what happened, because happy to help you. Centil says 5 times. All right, you guys are all honest. How do you subscribe to Apex? Jean-Paul, right here. I'm putting the Apex link right here for you. You get a massive discount. Make sure you use that. It's like you're only going to pay 20% of the price if you use that discount. 3 times blew a $300,000 account. Yep. I hear you. Just once for Lee. Really? Yesterday, in fact. Wow, Lee, you must just be starting out. That's all I can say. All right. So we're reversing. Not much going on over here. Markets are kind of flopping, bopping. What's going on the? Let's see what's on the. Let me see if I can flip this around in one single view. There we go. Yeah, just Oh, I missed. Sorry guys, I missed the gold trade over here. I was flipping around. It must have pinged me, but I didn't see it. So there was a gold trade here that that would have been good. So far we're like, I think 2 for 2 or 3 for 3. This would have been 4 for 4 if we took this one. It was a clean, clear trade. So yeah, not bad. Yep. So it just started. Okay. Okay. Yes. The more money you go for, the tougher it is. That's why I call the 150s my Moby Dicks, right? Because I can't tell you how many $50,000 accounts I have in my possession now that are fully funded. But it's really hard to even do the 150 because the risk reward ratio really changes. On the 50,000, it's a $2,500 drawdown, 3,000 profit. It's almost a 1-to-1 ratio. On a 150, it's 5,000 drawdown to 9,000. It's almost a 1-to-2 ratio. So, huge difference. You got to, in one case, you have a 1-to-1, risk reward ratio in terms of, running your strategies. And the other one, you got to win twice as much to what you're losing in order to be able to get the target. Wait, were you trading? Sorry, Fabio, were you trading during Asia? That could explain. I mean, that explains it all. You can't really, remember the strategy. The optimal time when all of this works is during high liquidity time. What is this strategy based on? It's based upon continuity. Continuity requires activity. Activity requires everybody to be in the game. And for everybody to be in the game, you need to have lots and lots of participants. So the biggest amount of participants is always during the US session. So if you're kind of relying on level 2 to rescue you during Asia, you're preying against prey. In Asia, I basically trade very small sizes. And I very often, if I get burnt, I don't go for 4 or 5 contracts. I just, I'll just try to, work it out for the rest of the session. But yeah, I mean, when you're putting on 5 in Asia and hoping that it's going to go, you really want to be 100% confident that you have some continuity in that time frame. It's a much more different situation. This is optimal from 7 a.m. New York until 1500 New York. That's when everybody's in the game. Europe is in the game. North America's in the game. In Asia, it's the much. Yeah, gold, by the way. So gold is a completely different story. Gold is trading much more liquid in Asia hours. Gold is a trade you could definitely do. This gold trade, GFA says is working great. It is working very well without me, unfortunately, but I can't have them all. Yeah. Ooh. So George says it takes him 2 months. Yeah, that's why it is a very, very long climb up that mountain. But I'm doing it for a couple of reasons. One, because obviously I want the 150s, and two, because it's a great challenge. The harder the test, the better the test of your trading skills, right? That's the key thing. If we're in, if we're looking to create skills for life, this is, it's a great test. It's in the announcements tab. You just look at my announcements, and then you'll see the PDF, or just message me in our app, and I'll let you know. Rick just got 10, nice, in gold counter trend. I usually trade for 5, or 5 ticks. You got 10 ticks, so good for him. Nice trade. Yeah, it was a very, very clean trade. Otherwise, nothing much going on here. We're kind of going back and forth here on these. We're turning, we had a sell-off, and now we're coming back up. One of the great things, but also things that you have to just accept, is that the indicator will just simply sit there quietly, because it's not going to chase price. It's only going to take price at the highest possible pivot. And so, like right now, we're in a very, very strong trend, but it's running away well above the ASMA. It's just not, it's going to wait until we get a little bit of a pause and a resumption of trend, and we just have to let it go. It's super easy to say I could have bought here and sold here. My favorite, I love, by the way, guys, Nothing I love more than every idiot on YouTube who trades the past. How they explain to you, you see how this makes a double bottom here, and there was a liquidity block here, and I saw that liquidity block, and I went in here, and then it instantaneously went up, and I had a 1 point risk, and it had 1,000 point reward, and look at how much money I made, right? I love it. It's the funniest comedy in the world, because if you've traded for more than 30 seconds, you know that the past never fucking repeats itself the way it's supposed to. That whatever bullshit he saw on the chart forward, just ask him, okay, let's do this, for the next 3 hours live. Find me a liquidity block that you're going to do. Take a trade with your 1 to 10 risk reward ratio. Let's see how well you do. It just cracks me the fuck up. Literally every single thing you see on YouTube with guys are marking up charts in the past is a lie, just a straight up lie. And that's why they only show you their fake accounts, and they never trade live for you, and they always show you their fake payouts, because none of it is real. None of it. Okay? These people do not trade. Never trade. They never trade live, and they never fucking trade for real. It's all bullshit. I'm just telling you, it's my own public service announcement. ICT is just, I wish I could, it's just shit piled higher than 19th century New York. ES is, what's ES doing? Crossing 200 SMA. Okay. Let's go back to the ES. No signal yet, but, we might be getting close to a signal. Yeah. ES taking out the SMA and come back up. This week is definitely going to be back and forth. And I think, frankly, next week as well. After that, the week after that, guys, it's Easter Passover week. It's going to be the most bullshit trading in the world. I'm going to be in Paris. I'll trade with you guys. But again, be mindful. That week is worse than Christmas week. Literally worse than Christmas week as far as continuity goes and trading goes. So unless, the Houthis decide to blow up the world and we have lots of volatility, I don't think we're going to get a lot of price action there. George says ICT is exactly that. Old style. Yeah, ICT is basically, oh, here's a double top, here's a double bottom. Wow, you're so fucking smart. Like people, 1,000 years ago figured out a double top and a double bottom. And if you think that works all the time, or even works more than 50% of the time, tell me why everybody who's ever invented a double top and a double bottom hasn't become a billionaire now. It's such bullshit. It's just such endless fucking bullshit. And the thing is, it's all young kids who just believe this shit because they haven't lived life and they think that they fucking reinvented the wheel. And I just want to shoot them all. So that's my view. Yeah, ICT stands for I see yesterday. I trade yesterday. So we are trading today. No signals. That's why I'm sitting tight, and sometimes it's just kind of quiet. And today, guys, I really do have to go in the next 10 minutes because I have a big ass webinar on crypto that I got to teach a whole bunch of newbies about. So we made a few dimes here. The most important thing is I really want to talk to you about the principles. Just having the key principles to hang in there with the trades. Trade small if you're not focused. Take signals only. And if there's no signal, there's no trade. That's the other. I think I'm going to write all those principles. In the thing. There's no signal, there's no trade. Take signals only. If you're late, there's no trade. Oh, let's see how many of these things I can rhyme into a stupid little trade. What is that? What's my say? ICT, a prick. And what is this? Oh, I can't trade. ICT stands for I can't trade. Oh, I like that, Alexi. There's a smart Russian when I see one. Alexi, where are you from? Are you Russian or are you like American Russian? Where are you from, Alexi? ICT stands for I can't trade. I love that. I think I'm going to use that. Ukraina. Very good, my friend. Very good. Slava Ukraina. Keep the faith. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Like I literally got dick all trades right now. But that's only the first half hour. Oh, I know what I'm going to tell you. So, actually, who was trading that? Who was talking to me about this? Fabio. Fabio was talking to me about Asia. So, I was going to do like London session. I was going to do a second live, right, starting, this week. And guys, I honestly realized, guys, I can't. Like, those days of when I could get up at 3, like it's a huge difference to get up at 3 versus getting up at 5. I can't do it anymore. So I'm not going to do Europe. But what I am going to do, which is totally viable for me, is I'm going to do Asia. And Asia is like, a lot of guys, many of you guys are from Asia. Some of you guys are from the Middle East. Like that is Europe is, it's a shitty time for Europe, but you guys can hang out with me now. We're going to do like an 8 to 9 New York, which is 8 a.m. to 9 o'clock Tokyo. We're going to trade Bitcoin. We're going to trade Bitcoin. We're going to trade gold, maybe a little bit of NAS, mainly we're going to trade CFDs. During Asia, we're going to trade CFDs, but very much in the same fashion, just different tool sets, for all that stuff. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to try and do this like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday block. And hopefully you guys will like that. And there's a lot of people in Australia. This will help anybody who's in Asia to kind of just learn the process, learn the tricks, and also expand the repertoire to different sets, right? What's Chris asking me? Wait. Oh, what is the other subscription? This one, Chris, TradeZella. TradeZella. Again, trust me, I am not humping this thing. I'm just like, all I'm saying is I hate clerical work more than I hate anything in the world, right? And if you are like me, just hate keeping records and having an idea of what's going on, you'll never be able to analyze whatever you do. Like even this thing can do a million different things. I use it 1% of it, right? Which is fine for me. But that 1% makes a difference. Like it keeps me, you see, it's telling me that, yes, I'm doing the correct thing. Even if I'm fucking up mildly, I'm definitely on the right path here. I'm doing the right things. I'm staying green. My strategy of short targets, big stops, high probability trades is working. That's all you want it for. How come, why is this thing not? Oh, God damn it. Wait, I'm stuck here. Why is this? Sorry, I know what. Okay. Here, what I'm going to show you. So 94.37% day win. That's what I want to be there. I want to be 90 or above on day win. That's where I want to be. If I can do that, I will be continuous. The whole point is to trade for life, not for a day, not for a week, but for life. This is where I want to be. So this helps me get there. This helps me get there. Profit factor is actually really fucking good. I'm surprised. Really, this new approach is, if I can keep it at 1.5, this means basically for every dollar you lose, you make $1.50, right? So that's a really, really good profit ratio. Like if you run a business where, it costs you $1 to make $1.50, you're in a great business. So I want to be in that business, and it does a whole bunch of shit. And maybe one of these days I'll be not lazy enough to want to kind of fully analyze what I'm doing, but just for this, that's worth it for me. And my point was, if you're going to be trading and your total outlay for a year is $500 to have all the tools you need to succeed, it's nothing. Okay, George says a couple more comments about ICT since we can rag on all these guys. I still got no signals, just the yellow on the S&P, so no trade there. The SD really can't trade. Yeah, he's teaching things that he himself can't implement. He was challenged so many times by real traders to compete. He's always bailing out. No, I know he's a fucking loser. I know. I just hate bad information. Hey, Sweetwater or Obi, what have you been? just share with us if you got a second, because I got about 5 more minutes. What spot have you been trading on? Like, just give me the spot instruments. Post them up there, and I'll let everybody know. You know, because I know you run a whole bunch of different different props. You run CFD props as well as futures props. So just fascinated to know what's been working, how, what ratios. All right, good job, Jean-Paul. Very nice. Yeah. As I said, yellow, but that worked. I mean, like I said, it's not like the yellow doesn't work. It's just not as high a probability trade. So I don't take it. Again, you make your own rules, right? These are suggestions. You make your own rules of how you want to trade. Me, only taking greens and reds, not taking yellows. Maybe be an exception for a double yellow, where one yellow after follows the other yellow, has been a massive difference in my accuracy. And I am most interested in accuracy, secondarily interested in profit. Because if I can achieve the first, I'm almost guaranteed to achieve the second, right? If I'm focusing strictly on profit, then I'm going to give up the accuracy, and then I may eventually give up the profit. You see, that's my train of thought. My train of thought is that if I can focus on the one key skill set that's very valuable in this particular approach, then all the other stuff will come naturally. So, we'll see if that works. So Sweetwater says, SPOOs, how the fuck do you trade SPOOs on spot? The commissions on that are so ridiculously high. Are you seriously trading the S&P for a point? Their fucking comms are horrible. You're not trading US 30? You're trading S&Ps? Wow. You're trading how? You got to show me. You text me your runs, because I'm curious. That is just such a fucking calm generator, because the contracts are so small, the commissions are like huge, the spreads are half instead of a quarter. I don't know how the fuck you make money on SPX. I have no idea, but I'd love to see it. That's really interesting. Yeah, chart signals are definitely the same. But there's just like variations on just the actual execution of the product. Christoph, you get the PDF by just being a member of our group. It's free if you're a member of the BK app. The BK group, community group. It's in the announcements. I just posted it over there. Don't know, Franco. Don't trade treasure. I mean, it's a completely different animal. Give it a shot. I don't trade treasuries. It's another rule of mine is I stick to one or two things that I know what to do. But aren't you trading with half wide? Like the S&P is half wide on the spread. You must be going for more than a point. You must be going for you're probably trading this more on a swing like basis, right? There's no fucking way you're trading this the way I do for like 1 point and doing it on the S&P. You're probably just trading it for like maybe 4 or 5 points on the S&P and trailing stuff. Then you can definitely do it. But it's interesting. Anyways, thanks for letting us know. All right, we still got Dick Olive signals. Nothing going on here. All right, let's go. NQ, counter trend, scalp buy coming up. $1.56. Last trade of the day, gentlemen. Start your engines. $1.50. Let's see if the signal holds. Come on, baby. Don't die on me. It's dying. Signal not holding. All right, it's fine. Wow, look at this. Oh, look at this ICT at 2100. Look at this liquidity block at 2100. Oh my God. Yeah, send me a screenshot for sure. All right, $1.23 on this. Let's see what's going on over there. $1.06. Let's see if the signal is kind of, you can tell the market is just like, are we going to gun it through 2100? Are we not? Are we going to have enough power? So we'll give it a shot. 53 seconds, waiting for the close. All right. Last trade of the day, because I got to run. Nope. Trade is dying out. So it doesn't look like we're going to get our chances. Today, the market was very miserly. I think it's miserly. What is that big SAT word? Miserly, with signals for us. But that's early. You know, in the next couple of hours, plenty of opportunity for us to trade. All right, my friends. Oh, what did I get? NQ trend scalper red. What is it red? Oh, on the scalper side. Okay, here's showing up. All right. I'll hang with you for one more minute. If this signal holds, maybe we'll trade it. I'll hang with you. But it looks like we're just dicking around the 200 period SMA, trying to figure out if we want to break the 2100 or 20,100, or come back off of it. So we'll know. Thank you. Thanks. I'll take a look. All right. Otherwise, guys, very good, clean week. I mean, I can't complain, right? And yesterday, the $450,000 accounts did 1,000 too, which is really where I want to be. So back to normal trading next week. Trading size, and then I want to tell you. I think that's it. I mean, just we're going to stick to our rules. There's nothing more complicated than that. Stick to our rules, trade our strategies, see if we can get anything better. But otherwise, I think we're all doing great. I wish everybody having a great day for the rest of the day today, and I will see everybody on Monday. I'll see everybody in my private room tomorrow, and we'll talk about that. Right? Everybody have a wonderful day. Everybody enjoy. One last plug to my friends for Apex. Go out there, get a couple of Apex. As I told you, the best thing you can do, I sort of like the best tricks of the trade that have nothing to do with trading. If you are preoccupied with anything else, family issues, you have a project, your mind is not focused on the market, but you kind of want to just play the market, trade 1/10 your size, trade micros like I'm doing right now. I have a big presentation in 45 minutes. I can't fucking be bothered. I traded micros all day long. You see how much more relaxed I was, right? I wasn't trying to really control the market. That's number one. Number two, take an account per instrument. So if you're trading NQ, trade NQ. As a matter of fact, the best strategy is trade NQ trend in one account, NQ counter trend in the other account. That makes it super easy. Sometimes the signals cross, so it's much better to have two separate accounts. You're doing great. Stick to one or two products, but if you want to go to like NASDAQ, S&P, and gold, separate them into accounts. This way, when one trade goes bad, you're not going to go batshit and tilt yourself out of an account, which is a guaranteed situation. So separating your money keeps you, keeps that impulse. You ruin one account, but you won't ruin them all. Whereas if you keep your money in one account, you ruin everything. That's the key thing. Segregation is very, very key. In real life, segregation is very bad. In trading, segregation is the value you want to go for. Like everything else in trading, it's the opposite of real life. Whatever positive values we have in real life, they're negative values in trading. And whatever negative values we have in real life, they're positive values in trading. That's how it works. So have a great day, guys. Everybody enjoy. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys on Monday. Otherwise, everybody who's in my room, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy. Bye-bye.